We're the Sunderkids.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, I'm Matthew.
And I'm a Brittany.
And we finally figured out how to press the record button. Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
It took us a hot minute, but we're here
I
now.
messed that up. But
We're here
yes, we are here. We are here indeed. So we wanted to talk today
about a serious issue.
About a
that
serious issue that is facing millions of Americans. We have personally struggled with.
Is there a debate tonight?
In the past.
Is there a debate at some point soon?
There was supposed to be a second debate, but I do not know if that was actually a thing anymore.
You know how you get those like campaign
out
texts
for a second, and then
like,
I don't know if he actually went back in. Maybe there's a vice presidential debate. Isn't that a thing?
Yes.
People, yeah.
It did say Walls instead of Harris.
Okay, so yeah, I think it's that. And, what a great way to share what opinions don't matter. On both sides. Sorry, you're vice president. What are you going to do? Sorry.
Yeah.
Your opinion does not matter at all. But it just reflects well or negatively. And, statistically, JD Vance is like the lowest approval rating of any vice presidential candidate of all time. So that's an
He's kind of a gross human being.
Turns out, yep. But anyway, that is not the issue we wanted to talk about.
That's not the issue. So, sorry, I saw a squirrel.
You saw a squirrel and you just kind of went for it. Well, the nut is over here, Brittany.
Nut.
That nut that you keep sucking on.
Oh. Is that nicotine?
Is that nicotine? Yes, that tobacco. God. It's interesting though that you call it nicotine because that is how we talk about it now in terms of vapes and Zins, and the lexicon is now just talking about nicotine because it is just that chemical. We no longer. It's not tobacco products. It's not cigarettes. It's not cigars. It's not loose leaf.
There's still a place for that, and I feel like there are people that still smoke, obviously.
Oh, there are millions of smokers still.
And I do think it's kind of a catching trend again. Like in the big cities, people are smoking. Like people are vaping. But still can't replace what a cigarette makes you feel. It's like a very different, woo, baby,
Yeah. I hate it.
Yeah, and people... don't want that like constant addiction, so it's like having one is like a reward,
but then at the same time it's one of the most highly addictive things you can do.
Oh, completely and I think you can have control, but it's highly addictive. Obviously I'm like deep into the dungeon.
We have plenty of friends that have a cigarette when they're drunk. They get once a month, something like that.
Yes.
And like I've been known to enjoy a cigar every now and then. I don't in the last 5, 6, 7 years. Whenever I do now, I just salivate for some. I'm just spitting constantly when I have a big cigar. So I'm like, I think I look badass, but it's just and then
woof, dog.
It's gross. And then it's like the cigar. Like I love the taste of cigars though. Just like everything. But yeah, I'm just like, ugh.
Okay, so like I never smoked in high school. I never wanted to smoke a cigarette. Mom and her fucking goddamn tongue thing. Like
So mom's tongue goes wacky whenever she smells the tobacco. My tongue. Like you think Jar Jar Binks in Star Wars Episode 1, where he goes on the pod racer, he's like, my tongue, and it gets echoed. That's what I always think about when mom says her tongue is freaking wagging because she smells smoke. Like,
it's going wacko. There's smoke. You've been smoking.
But Oh my gosh, has that been accurate many times? But inaccurate in other ways.
But like she does it with like pets too in your house. If your house smells heavily of pets, she's a goner. She will.
It's an allergic reaction.
Like it really is an allergic reaction. True, an allergic reaction. So, PSA: Mom cannot spend the night at people with pets' house.
So we had to make sure that you brush your teeth, you wash water around your face and your hands before coming home. If you were smoking anything, because Mom was going to smell it, or she was going to sense it with her mom powers. And
she is the most intuitive.
Oh my God. And then she'll get in your face, and then you're just like,
oh, she just scares the mother effing shit out of you.
Yeah.
In the most direct and invasive, she's just right there whispering. Sometimes she might spit on you because she's
just
pissed and she just wants to fucking die. She's the most terrifying woman I know. I love that woman, but fuck me.
Well, that's really just when you're growing up. Now that we're adults, it's not. We've learned.
I've had the worst time when I was an adult living at home because I drove drunk. Granted, it was warranted. I drove
because you're dumb as fuck.
Drunk, and that was dumb as fuck. I have not driven drunk since then. And Mom scared the fuck out of me. Holy shit. And I was probably like, I don't know, 24, 23, 24.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, that woman can put the fear of God into you.
But so you never smoked in high school. I did a bit, but it was only cigars. I liked a pipe, but I had to be again. It was very limited amount of time.
Yeah,
because we were always in sports, in things, and you don't have much time to smoke anything.
And what had the wine tips? What were we smoking?
Yeah, the Black and Milds.
Black and Milds wine tips. I used to like that a lot.
Those were fun.
Smoke that.
Yeah.
And like we did the prom night and like
my first time ever smoking a cigar was behind Millard South, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I remember. I don't really think I actually had a cigarette. I just always never wanted it. Like it never sounded good to me.
Because Mom always would say, "Oh, look at that pretty girl, but she smokes." Oh,
but she smokes. Oh my God.
Ugly. Oh, look at that guy. Oh, he is like nice and buff. Oh, but he smokes. Ugly, trash.
Level down.
Just like and she would point it out every single time in the car. Oh, look at that pretty girl. Oh, she smokes. Ugly. And then just growing up with that, you do see some of the old people like that we were around that has that smoker's cough.
Yep.
And it
just hacking up lungs.
It is gross and ugly.
It is gross and ugly.
And
she, her grandpa smoked and grandma smoked.
Yep.
And so Mom was around smoking. She was the only one in her family that didn't smoke. And they all just chimney smoked.
Yeah.
And then, they all died of like cancer.
I did not have, I think the first cigarette I actually had was in college, and it was American Spirits. So I didn't have any of the Camels or I was just too scared. And I knew about what they did to the anatomy of the cigarettes. And I had all that stuff learning. And I was like, I'd just much rather smoke weed and not have any cigarettes. And, it's an occasional cigar.
Yeah.
And I had my little collection of pipes, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
Nothing ever addictive for that.
Yeah.
Until...
Well, okay, hold on. I have to tell my cigarette. Whoa there,
tell you your cigarette.
Okay. So I really, granted, not the best memory over here. So could have had a cigarette prior. But I don't really remember any time, even like at UNL. I definitely at Oregon State did not have a cigarette.
Jamie and Rex would have some American Spirits sometimes at parties.
That's true. Maybe I took a puff
you would take
there.
a drag or two.
That's
but again,
probably true. And then I just remember, no, not my
it's a
thing. But
lot.
then, okay,
And
it's
then,
a lot. It's like, and
I
not the
throw up.
right taste. Yeah, no way.
I go
But okay,
pale. You know
then
this.
Peace Corps, I moved to
Peace
Costa
Corps.
Rica, and they
And
have
they have
candy
smoky.
cigarettes. Okay,
Yeah.
every package is like Ibiza, and it's okay. So you know how you got Camel Crushes, and you pop it, and then you smear it around, and it gets all the menthol around the rim. Yes, so
Sure.
it has that,
Okay.
and you can do that, or you've got other ones. So you've got a menthol one, and you've got like a strawberry at the top, and then you smoke that. If you don't pop them, you don't really get that vibe. You just get like a normal cigarette. So you could do a strawberry for a while, and then like end at a menthol strawberry. Okay. And then they had like melon was a different city. They had like a Tokyo one and all these different flavored guys. And they were really good. And honestly, they were purer. You know, like we could I had one night, I had like a lot of them. That was not a good. Gosh. I could not. My raspy ass voice the next day was absolutely disgusting.
So
in your headphone, it's disgusting. You feel
smoke too many cigarettes.
Oh my god. And everybody sounded that way. So it was like whatever, but it was disgusting. We were disgusting. And we all knew it. You know, it's like, oh, shame. But okay, I come back from Costa and then we throw a party at Holden House, right? And I go out on the deck. People are smoking ciggies. I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. I take one hit and I projectile vomit over the balcony from the second floor down, you know, that's from the deck down. Oh my God. It hit me so horrifically. Like that taste, that feel, like nothing was right. It was like, welcome to America, bitch.
Like, so that's like a very old school thing that like parents, if they caught you smoking, they would make you smoke the whole cigarette pack in one go.
Oh yeah,
because it makes you fucking sick.
Yeah,
it makes you throw up, pass out, and like not good. And you can get scared straight that way, but you could also just 50-50 chance of them becoming an addict.
Yeah,
like, oh, it was good at the beginning.
Yeah, and people go in and out of it. I feel like, okay, so after your ciggies, what did it lead to, Matthew?
Well, I also have to mention prime times. Do you remember smoking prime times?
I smoked a fuck ton of prime times.
Because the purple ones, like the grape ones, were great.
I did the vanillas.
You like the vanillas?
I did the vanillas.
So those are like the little cigarillos.
Yes,
I remember those. Those ones were fun because you could. I did that for parties. Them. Yeah, those were. I had those.
A little.
And then a lot of times I would, mix that up with weed. Let's be honest.
Yes.
So, that would be the main reason for any of those. And then the swishers were just for blunts. Let's be real.
Yeah. And at one point we did go through like a big old spliff phase.
Oh, I was a spliff fan for many years. I went solely spliffs, and that's kind of how I like to roll.
Solely spliffs.
So it was, it was a lot of.
You were solely spliffs for a hot while.
Time. For a hot while. But then I realized how much tobacco I was actually smoking, and then that was like, oh no. And like, it doesn't quite do the same. And then I've had those experiences where I would throw up because of tobacco.
Yeah.
And I knew it was because of that. And then I was just like, okay, I need to be a purist on the greens.
Yep.
And see how that herbal remedy serves me. And it has served me a much better and cleaner over the years.
Yeah.
But eventually, I just need to cool it. There's been times where I've been, clear-lunged, clear-minded, and it's always been pretty productive, but then kind of boring.
Yeah. So then like Costa is when we all got vapes. That's just like what we did. Everybody found a vape store. We found vapes.
Yeah.
That was like 2018.
I did not have any of the big gigantic battery stuff. I know Crump had one in college, and you'd hit those and they're huge. And you have a couple vape shops in
it's like, why not have a hookah
in Lincoln? Exactly. They you could go in and it was just like too much.
And I remember, Matthew, when we went to
then Juuls
London,
took over the world.
When we went to London, we had that hookah stick bar.
Yeah.
That was like our first electronic. It had like 500 puffs.
Oh, yeah.
And we were like, whoa, a hookah stick.
Yeah.
So
but
the UK might have been in front of us on this one.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't even a fan of hookah. Like, there's so many times in college that everybody's like, oh, let's go to the hookah bar. I'm like, I can't.
Dude, and it just gives you a headache.
Like, oh my gosh. And then, like, when you're hanging out at whatever Jake's place, and they would put the hookah on.
Yeah.
I hate it. Time for me to leave.
Yeah.
I can only take so much. I'm like, my body just cannot handle it.
Yeah. Then Juuls hit the world.
It wasn't until you came back from Costa Rica that all of these little tiny disposable vapes started hitting the market. And part of that was the reason why is that Juul got so litigated by the government and because they had flavors, they had the pods, they had everything, but they went against that company specifically and all other pod manufacturing types. So they basically cut out that version of that market, and then it opened the door for these Chinese-based companies to flood the market with single-use disposable plastic e-vapes.
Dude, and they're so bad for the environment.
They're so bad for the environment. There's so much plastic hardware.
And you're just sucking on a battery all day.
Plastic and metal, because a lot of them have LED screens, and this is for 2 weeks of use, and then a fucking gone. That is so much waste.
Just so you can see the fucking charge.
Just so you can see the charge, and they have to be some of them are rechargeable, so they can get the last bit of juice. That has to have a bit of electronics in order to gain that charge and do the battery. So, and somehow Juul gets cut off because they have all these flavors, so now they're only original and tobacco and like menthol flavored, but the rest of the market goes in the completely opposite direction because COVID happened. They tried to outlaw all the flavors, Brittany.
I remember
there was like a 6-month period or a 3-month period that you could not get any flavored juice for your thing.
Yeah, it was like plain, but you had to buy like flavor packets. Like they started to make a double.
It was the weirdest thing. And then the new vapes hit the market, and they're fucking tasty.
They're
delicious.
Snack. And they're inexpensive.
And they're only like, 3%, or 5%, so just enough to get you food.
Yeah.
But not enough to like send you over the moon. And they all taste like candy.
Yep.
They're all candy flavored stuff.
And they smell like
your
candy.
Cherry, your berries, your whatever. Yeah. And they dissipate
Everybody's
real fast.
walking around smelling like cotton candy.
So all of a sudden when you see now people with gigantic puffs in restaurants, and I'm
everybody's puffing a pen inside, whether it be weed or nicotine. Like truly, everybody's just puffing a pen
all over Seattle. I watch it every day. Every single person hitting something.
Everybody is hitting it.
Everybody's hitting it. It is wild how big that market has become, and they're all $30, $20.
Yeah.
And everybody goes, they think they can stop it, but it is a pure nicotine concentrated into vegetable glycerin.
Yeah.
That is getting vaporized, and then with some flavor, it blasted into your lungs. Like, we're the test subjects for what this does to your body. We don't know what it will do to your body in 20, 30 years until 20, 30 years from now.
And it literally is, it's instantaneous, and you do it all day.
You can do it all day.
And people, and everyone's literally hitting it all day long. I mean, do not tell me people are not hitting it all day long.
All day long.
All day long. People are working from home, and you can sneak it. You can just tuck it in your hand. People are vaping on airplanes. Let's be honest. People are vaping everywhere.
Except for on the airplane. The pressure will like explode your thing, and you can get it ruined, and then all your juice gets on your leg, and then you're caught. It's like a $5,000 fine if you get caught smoking on an airplane.
Yeah, that would
even with the vape.
Suck.
That's why.
Yeah. Oh,
that's no
yeah.
joke.
But like,
But still,
people are literally doing it
I see
all
people
over
all the time.
Yeah.
all the time.
I mean, it's like it's just so common now, and it's honestly becoming less of a stigma even.
Which is wild because cigarettes were so accepted, and then like the public opinion turns, and then it slowly turned, and now it's pretty solidly negative. But then there's this new thing that's getting a new generation addicted to the main chemical that is addictive.
Yes.
Which is crazy.
Yes.
It's not the rest of the tar and it is arguably better than smoking. But
there will be research on what it does.
You're already in a bad spot if you're smoking 1 pack a day.
Yeah.
And 2 packets a day. But it is A-okay and easy to hit that vape all day damn long.
All damn day.
Easy.
All damn day.
All damn day. It's just a candy.
And people are like whipping out multiples. One dies, you plug it in, you get the other one. I mean, it's just like a constant.
Because they're cheap and they're easy. You just toss them. You don't think about it.
It's crazy.
And they taste so good.
Oh, it's amazing. And I do go in and out of them. I'll like quit doing them for a hot minute because I'm like, fuck this. I get the smoker's cough. Mom makes a comment about my smoker's cough. And I'm like, okay.
So for me, if I hit it a bunch and then I don't properly brush my tongue will start growing gross and like have like black hairs.
Ew.
Because of the nicotine.
Nicotine. Ew. Yeah. Like shit goes gross. And I know maybe like my teeth, it's not, obviously not good for your teeth.
Not
like
good for
just
your teeth.
all the things it's not good for. I know this, but I love that feeling. And at some point in time, I was like, oh, it's just the oral fixation. And I went to a zero nicotine for a hot minute. And I was like, fuck this shit.
Yeah. No, it's not the oral fixation. It's the nicotine.
It's the nicotine. It truly is quite the addictive substance. And I feel like I just make an excuse every time it's an occasion. Like I'm like, okay, next weekend I'm doing this. Gotta have a vape.
I want to have it for
I want to have something because I want to have it for a concert. We're going out. We're drinking. Want to have it while I'm drinking. Want to have it. And it's like, oh my God, when am I going to get to a period that I just like don't want it / need it?
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. I have to make room for that.
Then that's just bad.
It's ridiculous. And I know I need to stop.
It was kind of a big deal and a talking point when it was the first poker night that nobody had a vape. It was like nobody's got anything, but they all had Zins and dip and stuff.
Yeah,
so
people keep swapping around things.
They go, nicotine in either form. The Zin's taken over. Is
Zin taking over big time? I know for the boys, it's really taken over.
It's huge.
Okay.
Because you don't have to like spit or swallow. It still makes me salivate. Like it's just like too much.
And these guys go up like 6 milligrams.
Yeah.
Like fuck.
Yeah. Did you know I dipped in college a little bit? It'd be
I remember you saying you dipped to the shower.
In the shower, yeah. Because you can put a little bit in, like have a little buzz and then do that. But then there was too many times where I'm like having to hold on to the fucking walls and like, oh god,
dude, too much.
Head rush. Like at 7:00 in the morning, I just finished working out. I got class, and then you're fucking brushing your teeth. You're like, because it's gross. It's gross.
Fucking nar-nar.
Freaking winter mint, whatever, winter green.
Oh, yeah. I remember I dipped for the first time in the back of this guy's car, and it was for a Kiewit thing. We were in Minnesota, and we were going somewhere, and I was in the back seat, and he was like, "You can try it if you want, but like you probably will get sick." And I was like, "No, I won't."
Yeah, you always get sick when I first step.
And I'd never puked, but I was like, well, this is what the spins are. Like, this is nuts. Like, this is crazy. And the taste is like, ugh. And it reminded me of Uncle Dan, too, which didn't help.
Yeah.
And so it's just like.
With his giant chin.
It's giant, ball wad of chew, and then his spittoon.
Again, Star Wars Episode 1. Boss Nass, the Gungan. That is and that is directly from chewing tobacco for 30, 40 years. Like, it is a full turkey gullet. Do you disagree, Brittany? Do you disagree?
I do not. Nay. I do not.
Second.
Yes.
Me so like this.
I can see it. I can just see it. I can see it.
And it's freaking bad. And
this double chin,
oh my gosh! My first time dipping was on the bus to a football game. It was an away football game, and this other guy, and all the guys, the tough guys, were like all doing it. And so I put in a little one. I'm like, oh, this is fine. By the time I get to the game, I am pale white. I cannot run. I am just having the worst time of my life in the heat, wearing football pads and having to go and get hit.
Damn.
Oh my God.
No, thank you.
Oh, I didn't touch it until I got to college. And I was like, because, the Marine guys were into it. But no, I'm not. I'm not badass. I'm not cool. I'm a wimp when it comes to that. Hey.
Oh my God.
I'm a pussy when it comes to nicotine. Let me tell you.
You are.
But I vape for many.
Vape sometime. Hold on. You'll take a rip of a vape sometime and you just go like, oh no. And you're like,
I know exactly. I just know exactly.
And now you have a routine on what to do, but you do go faint quite you are a pussy when it comes to nicotine.
Yeah. So, but for a while there, because you brought it back when you were coming back from Costa Rica. That's where you adopted it.
That's where I got into the vaping.
Yeah. You came back, and then we also had it for COVID.
Yes.
And at the time,
we lived together. And we had a lot of Adderall.
And I took 3 months off smoking weed too.
Yes.
And I utilized the vape in order to do that. Trading one addiction for another.
Yes.
But
that is what addicts do.
That is what addicts do. That's
this is an addict thing.
But it worked for that thing.
Baddies. During that time of COVID.
Yeah, we did have a pretty good amount.
It was like, okay, we have the vape for that.
And that was the calming factor.
And so
it's
you
always
kind
so crazy. When you have ADHD and it's like you self-medicate with coffee, Adderall, and cigarettes. Like, oh yeah, that's great. That's a good job, everybody with ADHD. Like, that's a known common thing for
round of applause for you guys.
And I'm like looking at myself in the mirror, like,
jumpy jumps.
Oh, great. That's exactly what I'm doing. Fun. Hey, I'm going to draw a map. It's going to take me 40 hours.
Oh my God.
So
nicotine,
we had the vape for a while, but again, we know the effects because we feel it. And then I have bad sleep, all this other stuff, but it tastes so good.
Your heart races. I feel like it's just like your throat. Like you just know you could do better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like in one shame that you're vape, like you hide it. Like everyone is like about vaping. Like why are we?
The big ass cloud of smoke.
Yeah, it erupts. You smell like freaking French toast crunch walking around the corner.
Yeah,
it's like
sunshine over here.
Yeah, you know what's happening here, but it's not. It's
sugar.
Downplayed. It's totally chill. Totally chill. It's a little bit shameful. What was I talking about before that though?
Vaping.
Just vaping in general. Well,
no, because we were talking about the negative health effects and how and you feel it, and then they're so good, and everybody just doesn't now, and it's common. It's ubiquitous.
And I walk a lot, in the mornings, and I feel like some days, if I do not vape in the morning, if I get up and I don't hit it at all, which I've been really good about,
Yeah.
and I just do my workout immediately, I feel so much better than if I would get up, hit it, do my workout, and keep going. It's
you
still
feel it immediately.
It's
it affects the rest.
So it's
it affects the rest of your
that you're
day
just
too.
continuing and
Even just one hit will it can affect the rest of your day. How you feel. You just kind of always feel a little bit, and it. But then at the same time, you want it so bad.
You want it, and then you're like, "Well, I'll just hit it again." And then you're just like, "Nah, nah, 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 nah." And then it's so addicting, and I know
because it is a concentrate. It's a nicotine concentrate. It's the most addictive part of the cigarette in a concentrated form. That then is the most easily accessible and deliverable system that has yet been known. It is wild because it's so dangerous. And for me though, my main decision, I know this, and then it's also so wasteful for the plastic and the metal and the blah 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 blah. But I did it for the money, like $35, $25 every 2 weeks. If I am chiefing it, that is a lot of money.
Yes.
And at the time, I just got unemployed. I have no income.
Yeah.
And if it's a choice between smoking a little bowl, at night before going to bed, or accidentally hitting this because I'm addicted and I'm just gonna keep doing it until it's gone,
Yeah.
And then have to buy another one. I was like, I cannot buy another one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I stopped.
Hard stop.
And then I was like, okay, I can do this because I'll still have the homies that have theirs for when we hang out. And it's always like a week or two in between. So I still had, I would be fiending in a little annoying gremlin. But
and I think that's why you get your own, is because you don't want to be that asshole.
You don't want to know,
but you're like, freaking A, I just want that, and I want to keep fucking hitting that.
Exactly. Can I have it?
Can I have it?
Can you
Can I
give it to
have
me?
it? Can I have it? Can I have
it?
Yeah. But coming this fall, I shall be quitting for a while.
Yeah. That was
I would like to take a month off.
That was now over 2 years ago? Almost? Was that a year or two? It was some sort of September. I can't remember.
You didn't buy one?
Yeah, I have not actively bought one for 2 years.
That's impressive. Round of applause for Matthew.
The only time I have would be I think Lollapalooza.
Okay.
That's a major festival with a group of guys.
Accepted.
We do need one there.
Yes.
I
Necessary.
think it's only for the bachelor parties for the last 2 years.
Necessary.
Yeah, and that's because you're with the full group of guys, and at the door, toss it.
Yeah.
After that weekend, toss it.
Toss it.
Because I immediately feel the betterment of it.
Yeah.
Because for me,
it's crazy.
Once I stopped, it took about a good week to fully get over the hump of feeling it and wanting it, and just kind of forget about it.
Yeah.
And then whenever I did, I would just kind of take a deep breath, as if I'm taking it. And sometimes you just hold your breath and take a deep breath, it kind of makes your head go, ooh, and I'm like, oh, okay. I can just do this with oxygen. Okay, that's fun. That's good to know. Just breathing exercise, just doing Wim Hof can actually make you feel good. Wild. Oh,
it does make you tweak out. You look tweaked right now. Connection just went weird then.
All right, we're back. Brittany had some technical difficulties. We're all good now. She doesn't know where we were at. And I'm telling you, we were at me just getting over not having it, So I've stopped buying the vapes. I stopped buying the vapes many years ago. Okay. And now I do not have really addiction to any nicotine because I just go months and months without it. And whenever I see you, I sometimes have it. Whenever I see Crump, he sometimes have it. It's occasionally at a festival. But for the most part, I go months without it and I don't think about it. And I can just, I threw the one we had for the Gorge weekend in the dumpster. And I'm a better man for it.
Good for you.
It immediately affects my sleep. It immediately makes me have better sleep. It's kind of crazy.
That's good that you recognize that and just dive into that because I will
that
not
is
give
my
up my
main
sleep.
reward to myself.
Yes.
I just know if I throw this away and be disciplined, I get better sleep.
Yeah.
And
I probably would. I need to try that. Obviously.
Oh yeah.
I've been sucking on the teat for a while. The last time though was a few months ago and I had given it up for 2 months or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was great. And
yeah.
And then it's great when it's great. And then I get back into it and I'm like, this isn't that bad for me.
That self-delusion, then you're going
yeah, and then I start coughing and then mom's like, what's that cough? I'm like, God freaking A, Mom. And then feel all the feels.
Guilty.
Like, all right. Guilty. And then I need to just lay low for a hot minute.
Yeah.
On
I
all
feel the
things.
same thing. I know.
Marijuana as well. I need to just
I need to fucking suck
cocoon
water.
myself, put my hands on my shoulders, and just strap me down.
I know, literally, I need to sustain myself on water. I need to monk status this.
Oh my god!
I literally wrote in my notebook dieta. That is what level of devotion that I need to commit for a while.
Dude,
and
me too.
I just feel I don't know. I love smoking weed, but then at certain times, it does affect how groggy I am the next day, even though I have good sleep. But I know if I stop, it'll just be a week of bad sleep, and then I have good sleep with dreams. If I, so there's rewards and stuff for just chilling.
Yeah.
And oh my God, is it hard to just chill?
Oh, freaking A.
Because I just love smoking a little bowl and then playing with my guitars, jamming a little bit, working on this, hanging out, talking.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a good life.
I love being high.
And I just
honestly, it doesn't even hit me, I feel like I really do need a tolerance break because I haven't hit me in high in a hot while. You get to a point that you're just plateau. I'm chilling.
You need a tea break.
Constantly. I need a tea break.
Long tea break.
A long tea break. And also I would love to do an experiment on myself for dreams. You know how I don't really dream, period.
And that is mainly that.
Yes. But even in times that I didn't smoke for a long time, I didn't dream. So I would love to check back in with that.
Check back in with that, and then there you can see if there's any herbs or something you can. I think there's one that encourages dreams and stuff.
Yeah, and I've done the dream teas and things like that. I really want to dream.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just know, I mean, I have a very, I just know I can dream, and it just takes a little while.
Yeah.
It can get scary and stuff, but then, oh man, I just have to remember how to dream, and I've lucid dreamed before, so that was many years now. But,
Yeah.
And I also just think the focus does increase in a general on the things, even though I'm always scatterbrained.
Yeah.
That's just my brain.
It's mind, body pure, soul pure. It really is clear mind, clear thoughts, clear everything. Should be done.
It's that time for us both. So I know. Gotta get it together. I know.
Gotta get it together.
Last week, I didn't drink at all until when was it? Sunday.
Nice.
But it was good. Took a week off having a beer.
That's nice.
That
is one thing I'm glad I don't do.
Yeah, that's something that I adopted recently. In the last few years. I wasn't always like this. In college, I did not drink. Because I'm out of beer.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Did I not do that?
Yeah.
Probably the same amount of weed, though.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Naturally. Yeah. For me, it's my pantry. And it's just like, it's not even because it's a munchie. I just feel like I enjoy eating.
Yeah. Yeah. And when you're high,
and that's a problem. And then when you're high, it brings you more joy. And I think my dopamine just gets like a hell of a spike.
Yeah.
And
Which is
I'm
kind of
like,
crazy because if you do the vapes, that's nicotine. And for a long time, celebrities would smoke cigarettes for weight loss, as like a meal replacement. So it's interesting that, you don't necessarily see that type of nicotine effect with the vapes.
Well, yeah. And I'm like vape, bong, food.
Like I've kind of used
vape, bong, food. Vape, bong, food. This is my rotation. And I feel like I'm habitual even in that. And then like when I get to it and I'm like, Brittany, you're cut off at 7:00. I like a time limit. Do I stick to it?
Nice.
Not all the time, but I do.
You need to make a poster and put it on your wall.
I've got a sign kind of. I have to be willing to do this. It's just got to be me nutting up.
Yeah, you got to nut up, sack up.
And that's it. But
and it's like I've done it before in the past, and I just know like the benefits are just going to be so good if I can just hunker down and just do nothing. Just drink water. That's all I need to do is just drink water. I love water.
Yeah.
I just got to convince myself I just love water.
And I do love water.
Love water.
But it's so good. You need better water pressure. Your water is ass.
I know,
you
my
need
water
to
is ass.
Communicate with your landlord. You POS.
I know.
Matthew Keith.
I know. But yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, so that's a little bit about nicotine, I guess.
Yeah. So you have a goal. You're gonna be hanging up the old vippity voppity voop here eventually, right?
Yes.
Clear lung.
Yes.
Clear mind.
Clear lung, clear mind.
Vibes.
Yes. Then I can fly. I do that like after Guatemala and hiking, it's like, man, that was good, Like I should hike more. I forget how much I like to hike and I forget how much it hits on a hike. You're like,
was it Uncle
Dickie?
Uncle Dickie, yes, that's smoking, and he's smoking a cigarette in the national park. He's like, I only think it takes me down like 20-30%. It's only 20-30%. Like, I still got a lot of energy. I still come up here all the time. It doesn't slow me down that much. And then like now he doesn't smoke any cigarettes, and he's like, that was a bunch of horseshit. Like I can do so much more. And now he's biking everywhere. Like you just feel so much better.
Your body just knows a little bit more. It's more connected and more in sync with itself.
Yeah,
and I know that you know this, and then it's just like, God damn it! I can't like.
Why can't I just fucking just do it?
Do as I say, not as I do, bitch.
Yeah. Why can't my body, why does my mind play tricks on my mind all the time?
Yeah. Just like
How can I have two different opinions of opposing opposite in the same thought? It's hard to be human.
It's hard to be human.
Nut up, sack up.
Yeah.
Be sober. Face the world.
Get face rid of reality. That nicotina.
Stop smoking. Don't vape. Don't sin. But still have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ciao, ciao for now.
Ciao, ciao for now.